Welcome in geological knowledge. So in the previous video we have discussed about the basic overview of the geological work of streams or the rivers, and in that video we have also discussed the process of stream erosion. We have discussed about the hydraulic action, the abrasion, the attrition, and that's very important for you to understand. And if you have not watched that video, go into the playlist and you can watch it. So today we will discuss some basic features which are formed because of the stream erosion. Okay, so let's start our discussion. So this is the second video of works of stream and rivers. So the first question is, the variously shaped depressions of different dimensions that are developed in the river bed are called as variously shaped depressions. Okay, of different dimensions. So what are they called? Potholes, cavities, delta dents, or the craters. So we all aware with that these are the potholes. So what are potholes? So potholes are the circular and the deep holes which are cut into the solid rock by the sand grains and the pebbles because of the swirling in fast eddies. Swirling means the turning around of any movement, the turning around of water quickly in circular movement. Okay, so swirling in the fast eddy currents, and they are commonly found on the channel floor. Okay, so these are the potholes, variously shaped depressions of different dimensions that are developed in the riverbed by the excessive localized erosion by the streams. So these are known as potholes, and they are very important uh, features of the stream works of stream erosion. Okay, so these are very important to notice. Second one is, statement is given here, every major river is associated with a valley of its own. True or false? So this is very important, and we all know it's a very basic question that every major river is associated with a valley. So what is a valley? Before we go into the discussion, let's first understand that what is a valley. So valley can be defined as a lowland surrounded on both sides by the inclined hill slopes and mountains. Okay, so it can be defined as a lowland surrounded on the sides by the inclined hill slopes and the mountains. So every major river is associated with a valley of its own. So the given statement that every major river is associated with a valley of its own, it's true. Okay, option A. Third is, the magnificent jumps made by a stream or a river water at a certain specific parts of their course where there is a sudden and considerable drop in the gradient of the channel are called as. It's very important question that the magnificent jumps made by a stream or river water at certain specific part of the course where there is a sudden and considerable drop in the gradient. Okay, so these are the keywords, that sudden and considerable drop in the gradient of the channel. So what are they called? They are called as the waterfalls. Okay, so waterfalls are magnificent jumps made by a stream or river water at a certain specific part of their course. Okay, there is a sudden and considerable drop in the gradient of the channel. Okay, so waterfalls, where they occur? So they occur at places where the stream profile makes a vertical sudden drop in the stream profile. Such a situation is usually found where gently inclined erosion resistant beds overlie the non resistant beds. Okay, so where this situation is found, where the gently inclined and erosion resistant means they are gently inclined and they are not very resistant to erosion, that is gently inclined and erosion resistant beds. They overlie the non resistant beds. Okay, so the softer rocks, they are eroded fast, while the harder rocks ones offers resistance and form a ledge at a height, which form the waterfalls. Okay, so option C, that is the waterfalls, right answer. Fourth one is the most common type of floodplains are. Okay, there are four types of floodplains which are given here, and you have to identify which one is the most common type. Okay, flat flood type plains, simple floodplains, or the compound floodplains, or the convex floodplains. So option D, convex floodplains are the most common type and are associated with many major rivers of the world. Okay, so option D, convex type. It's a one liner question. There is nothing more to like just discuss about that. Okay. Next one is alluvial deposits of roughly triangular shape that are deposited by major rivers at their mouths are called as. So it's very important, and you will all be knowing about that. That when you read this question, you will know the answer. Okay. So these are mainly deltas. These are the alluvial deposits. What are the keywords? These are the alluvial deposits of roughly triangular words. So first hint or the first keyword is alluvial deposits, and another keyword is the roughly triangular in shape that are deposited by a major river at the mouth or called as deltas. Okay, so delta are defined as alluvial deposit of roughly triangular shape that are deposited by major rivers at their mouth, that is where they enter a sea. Okay, so option A, delta, is the right answer. Sixth one is a typical delta is made up of how many layers? Okay, uh, 2 layers, 3 layers, 5 layers, or the 4 layers. So we all know that a typical simple delta is commonly made up of 3 layers, of which only the top layer may be subaerial, that is exposed on the surface. Okay, so 3 layers are there, and only the top layer is subaerial, that is exposed on the surface, and remaining two are in the ocean. Okay, or in the sea. So what are those 3 layers? So first is the top layer, and second is the uh, foreset layer, and third is the bottom one. Okay, so there are 3 layers: top one, bottom set, and middle में foreset. So this next question, seventh one, is related to foreset. The foreset beds are intermediate layers. So you have to tell whether it's true or false. So it's true. We have discussed in the previous slide that the foreset are the intermediate layers and often show very steep inclinations. The foreset beds are made up of the thick layers of sand and clay particles. Okay, so option A, that is, it's true that foreset beds are intermediate layers. And next one is the condition not favoring the formation of delta is. So these types of questions are very important for you. Okay, for the exam perspective or the competitive exams perspective mainly, because you can solve these types of question only if you know all the facts about a particular topic. Suppose if we have to solve this particular question, we will have to know all the 4 statements okay, in terms of delta. So what are the options given here? Absence of strong sea currents, presence of good quality of load, slope of seashore where the streams enter must be gentle, and the presence of strong sea currents. So what is the condition that is not favoring the formation of delta? So firstly we will have to know that what are the conditions or what are the factors which favor the formation of delta. Only then, if you know the which conditions favor, only then you will be able to understand or pick it out which one is not favorable. Okay, so what are the favorable conditions? Three conditions are necessary for the formation and growth of a particular delta. What are they? First one is absence of any strong C current. Okay, there must not be a presence of any strong C. Okay, means absence of any strong C current, presence of a good quality of load. Okay, in the stream, good quality of load should be there in the stream, and the slope of seashore where the stream enters the sea water must necessarily be quite gentle and wide. Okay, so these are the three necessary conditions for the formation of delta. So which one is not favoring the formation? Presence of strong sea current. Okay, so option D is the right answer. And the last one of today's discussion is places of steep drops in elevation in the course of a river are called. Okay, what are the places of steep drop in the elevation in the course of a river called as? Depressions, cavities, nick points, or the nick points. So option C, that is the nick point. KNICKPOINTS. Okay, nick points. K is silent. You have to make it difference between nick points starting with K and nick points starting with N, where K is not given. So option C is the right answer. So what are nick points? So they are actually places of steep drop in elevation. Nick points are the places of steep drop in sea level in course of a river. And why they are caused? So these are very often caused due to the presence of a rock of unequal hardness at those places. Okay, which are harder rocks, they sustain, but the unequal hardness, which are not more harder rocks, they cannot survive the slope. Okay, so they form the nick points. Option C is the right answer. So this was the discussion about some features of erosional form of the stream. Okay, so in the next video we will discuss some other deposits or the some other landforms of made by the stream or the rivers. Okay, thank you.